Welcome back to CrawlCast, episode 5, the quarantine episode. As you guys all know, big thing going on right now is COVID-19 or the coronavirus or whatever we're calling it. So we're doing it all apart, and we got people from all over the world. So we got a pretty star-studded cast. Today you got me and Gabe as normal, but we got the return of Diezel today. We got Travis from Rock Krawler and Will from Artec joining us today. So guys, and I'm going to steal Travis's thunder. What do you think about the coronavirus? Bullshit or not?
Bullshit.
So you know what? One thing that's kind of scary, bullshit or not, is the numbers in New York. And I live with a guy and his daughter's in New York, right? And so we're just bullshitting about it. And her, like, she's in the Bronx. I've never been to the Bronx, so I'm not really sure how it works. But she has her apartment. And to get into her apartment, they have to take their shoes off, and then they get bagged. And they have to do this, like, they have to spray this thing to that, I don't know. It's just almost like a movie just to get into her apartment. And the apartment people that actually have been tested positive, I guess there's an apartment in there that's been tested positive. Like, they have to go through a whole different thing or not leave. Like, they can't even leave their apartment. So, like, she like, it's a crazy situation going on. So I don't even know. I
think a lot of it's overblown, though, because, I mean, how much of it is media driven? How much of it is real?
Well, when you shut down billions, I exaggerate a lot, so it might be trillions of dollars of sporting events. I mean, NASCAR is canceled. I mean, rednecks are tough as shit. For NASCAR to be canceled and the NBA football league, and then you got the WWF UFC fighting league, like, you know, obviously I'm being sarcastic, but you know, all these things are canceled. That's thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, how can it be fake when all the effect?
It's hard because, like, my theory, and I'm probably going to get bashed for this, but if, you know, we're all in quarantine right now, right? And they say that this virus is super contagious, right? So if we're all in quarantine right now and they're trying to flatten this curve out to where we try to support our hospitals and not overflood them, what happens when they say, all right, everyone, go back to normal life? The same thing's just going to happen again if it's legit, and everyone's just who wasn't infected already is just going to get infected now. So if you have 90% of the United States sitting in their house and doing what we're doing and trying to isolate themselves, as soon as they're like, all right, guys, green light, there might be a couple people. It only takes one person, right? We saw that. Someone brought it over from, if it wasn't already here, which I think it was already here. But if it wasn't already here, someone brings it from in Seattle and infected 4 people, and then it spread like that. You know what I'm saying? So this might all be pointless if it's for real. Like, we're just wasting our time.
Or tons of people have had it already through November and December and January.
Yeah, I already think I had it.
So I don't believe all that hype. The first reported case of it was January 10th.
That's when
anywhere.
That's what they knew what it was then, though.
That's when they were able to test for it, though, because
tested for it, exactly.
Yeah.
Lots of people went. So, and this is crazy. We had our baby in January, and I remember that they weren't letting kids under 12 come in the hospital. Why? Because they said the flu. But a lot of people were sick and got tested for the flu, like me, and came up negative for the flu. But I still had 103 fever. That's not a cold, so I don't know what it could have been. Who knows?
So your lungs, I mean, if you're, you know, they say like a self-test is to hold your breath.
It's fake.
So many seconds. And no, seriously, it makes sense. And see if you want to cough. hold your breath for, a good while. And then when you let go of your breath, are you out of breath or are you coughing? I mean,
the CDC came out and said that was fake.
Well, it makes me feel better. I'll be honest with you. I hold my breath all the time for a lot more things than just being sick. I hold my breath to get my Jeep done. I hold my breath, for everything.
To walk.
That checks out, actually.
I'm a breath holder.
Here, hold my breath.
You take my breath away, Travis.
Dude,
No, but hey, seriously.
We're at SEMA, and then everybody got sick after SEMA.
And then everybody got deathly ill after King of the Hammers.
Yeah.
But doesn't everyone get sick after KOH?
Yeah.
They get that, desert cough from all the dust.
That and the fact that you're all on airplanes. I mean, it's that cold. It's the cold season. I mean, and another thing, do you guys think you're directly affected because you don't want to admit something this serious is happening to us?
No.
Are you in denial?
No, it's not that. At least for me, I'm not in denial. For me, I think there's a few factors that go into the hysteria behind it all. I mean, one, you have all of a sudden this thing that no one knows what it is, and they're calling it's a deathly ill thing, so that freaks people out right away. And then you have the news covering it 24/7 without literally covering any other bit of news at all except this,
Dude,
which freaks people out. And then CNN, I was watching the hotel that I was at in North Carolina was stuck on CNN, and we're watching it. And if I didn't know any better and I'm watching CNN, I'm thinking the world's fucking ending.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of play. I mean, yeah, people are getting sick. I'm not saying that I think this is a fake virus. People are getting sick, yes. But to what point do you cause so much damage to the economy that you just shut everything down, and instead of isolating the people that are most to be affected by this thing and isolate them alone and let everyone continue on?
High risk people should be the only groups of people that need to be isolated.
That's exactly how Europe's doing it now. They're isolating their elderly, and everybody that's our age and younger is just doing what they're doing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with them, I guess.
I'm just wondering what's being covered up, because I had a conversation with a friend that remained nameless.
Hey, Will's a conspiracy theorist. I'm just letting you guys know. Watch out.
Hey, so 4 weeks ago, this one dude sent it was a group chat and said, guys, it's going to be bumpy. The stock market's going to crash.
And it did.
And it did.
Yeah. Therefore,
who was that guy?
I don't know. He had a client that was like, hey, get your shit ready.
But you know what? You don't have to be
that guy that told you that 4 weeks ago.
Travis.
But you don't have to, exactly. That's my point I was going to say. You don't have to be a genius to say, hey, the stock market might take a little fucking tumble.
And that was before, the virus was, going nuts. It was like, hey, here's a warning.
Yeah, that's like a Johnny Carson skit about the stock market going to crash. And then you open it up, and it says the coronavirus.
Well, I'll screenshot the memo that was sent.
Well, it is kind of fishy that how it all kind of plays out. But I mean, there's tons of people who are way more intelligent than I am that are managing all of this.
We hope so.
But what we do know is that the coronavirus, and I'm sorry, I'm another drink, and I'm trying not to spill ice all over the floor again. But what we do know is that the coronavirus has affected a lot of industry and a lot of people. And I mean, there's some people that are not even working anymore. And for us specifically being off-roaders, I mean, two of the biggest events that we have pretty much back to back in the coming weeks they're done. They're canceled. There's nothing to be happening. I mean, I know Jeep Beach got postponed till September or whatever it was, but EJS, which is the one time that we all get to see each other every year. I mean, it's not even happening now, dude. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was planning on taking my guns because we knew that the vendor show was already going to be canceled at some point. We knew it was going to be canceled. So I was looking for a range so we can just take our guns and we're going to have some downtime. And I called the local gun store out there and I said, hey, I'm going to be out there for EJS. And he's like, before you go any further, just so you know, it's likely going to be canceled. They're voting on it like once a week, and it's not looking good. They're already canceling other events. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep that in mind. But we went on with our conversation. So I asked them, what's this going to do to you, knowing that you're selling ammo and guns and everything else to tourists? What's that happening? What happens to you? And he said it's going to hurt.
They just freaking have it. You know, that guy just needs to bite the bullet.
It is crushing the economy for sure. It's crazy to hear large organizations like, for instance, General Motors is being forced to make ventilators, and restaurants. Most of the restaurants that we enjoy going, if this keeps it up for the next couple of weeks, all the restaurants we like to go to all the time, they're going to be closed. They can't afford to keep paying rent and their bills, and employees. People are going to find other jobs. We're going to, after all this is said and done, you know, like me and Diezel go to a spot, Killington's down the road. That might not be there when this is all said and done because they just can't pay the bills. Restaurants is hard, you know.
And Travis, we live 2 miles away from each other, and we don't even think about even get to see each other or even plan on, because, you know, we plan on, you know, meeting up for a drink at Killington's or come by and play Jeeps every once in a while, you know, and it's always fun. But, you know, like, we haven't even seen each other. And like my own father, ever since my accident, I mean, my dad's a grown ass man, and I hug him and kiss him and tell him I love him on. Get on
He's infected.
Go back.
Hand sanitizer. Wash your hands.
Where's
So my father comes to the shop to bring me some hoses that we had made for my Jeep. And man, that was weird. My own father, we didn't get 6 feet from each other, and we played by the rules. And he's like, man, son, I would give you a hug, but I'm like, dude, I totally agree. Like, either one of us right now could have this virus, and you won't know for 14 days. You can, well, even a common cold you can have for a week and not showing any signs of it, you know? So it's just like any other cold or whatever, but people are dying from this one. That is true. Yes or no? People are dying, like death.
Yes.
Well, only 1% of the people that are getting the virus are dying from the virus.
See, I don't know. How do we even know? Like, how do we know? It's just, you know, you look at the live updates, and like Spain right now is the gnarly ones. They're dying all the time. Like, they're up there close to 10,000 people.
The healthcare in Spain and in Italy is completely different from the healthcare that's here. I mean, it's night and day. I mean, they're literally saying to the old people in Italy, we don't have the resources to take care of you, so we're going to let you die. And that's why their numbers are so high in death, is because they have the highest population of elderly.
Right now, it's 11%. Just think about that. You had 100 people in a room. 11 of those have died.
Have died or will die? Have died. Did die.
Have so far. Have.
Let's compare that to let's say, for example, car accidents. I mean, we don't have the numbers obviously, but I'm just kind of, you know, spitballing. What's the rate of deaths per car accident? What's the rate of death? Yeah.
Heart disease.
Heart disease. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that we can throw numbers at.
Well, yeah, but if you bring those numbers in, it's got a percentage, like, you know, yeah, a heart attack. But every American in the world has a heart, so the percentage that die from a heart attack is going to be maybe 0.00017. You never know.
Yeah, but the 11% is only based off the numbers that have been tested.
So this is a great number. So this is per day in the United States, deaths per 100 million vehicles driving on the road is 1.07. So
you should look at 1937 stats. That's what I pulled up right away. I don't know why that came up, but in 1937 it was risky. 30.8% people died in cars.
Wow.
And that's a lot because there's only like 500 of them. Half
So,
of them
Will,
probably the engine blown up.
So, Will, I know you guys had tons of shows planned. How many were canceled? How many have been rescheduled? What's it done to Artec as far as anything for vendors?
Show-wise, a lot of stuff's been canceled, like Easter Jeep Safari. Here, I'll look fast. Easter Jeep Safari, I know they moved Overland Expo like to June or July. But our sales have been pretty good, but our shows are canceled. So I guess we're saving money by not going to shows and hoping to ride this out and hoping sales still come in.
I mean, Travis, you pretty much go to the same shows they do if they're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, so I just stick to East Coast, and right now my first 3 have been postponed. They've been moved to actually I have 3 that are postponed, pretty much the same 2 weeks so far. So obviously I'm gonna have to eliminate one, and it's gonna be difficult because right now I got an email today actually looking at Bantam. That's all the way out June 9th. And that's already looking like they're looking at a makeup date. So
yeah, that's what.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just scrap a lot this year. I mean, it's hard for me. Like, thank God I have another job, because I only make money at shows, and there's a lot of people that are full time. A lot, not just in our industry, like just full time. They make their money on these Jeep parts. Like Rock Krawler right now, we're shut down, and that's tough because we're already a top brand, and we have a lot of people who order from us, and it's crippling for everybody. Hopefully that this just goes away as fast as it came about, and we can get back to normal life.
And Diezel, you're the small guy. You've got a small shop, but I mean, it still has to affect you in some sort of way, right?
I don't know, man. It's just weird. I think maybe because I'm a dramatic person, like every person that just walks through the door, I think they're traveling with death, and it sucks, and then I see like a lot of people are like, stay at home. And if you're out enjoying yourself, even though you're keeping your distancing, the people that are actually quarantining themselves in a serious jail-like manner are like fighting with the other people. And as a business owner, I kind of work with I kind of like my marketing. I kind of call it subliminal marketing. Like I try to basically I don't like enemies. I always like try to be in that medium. So and I'm getting to where I'm going with this. So like, let's say I don't know if I should shut my doors, because somewhere in part of me thinking I need to just shut my doors. One, well, if I shut my doors, I can catch up on work and do all the shit that I've been wanting to do all year long, and it will give me like a catch-up day, And then, what that would look like with the community. Like the community would look and be like, hey, that Diezel guy, like he gets it, like we go and quarantine ourselves.
Hold on, Diezel, hold on. Why are you hiding it, Gabe? Nobody gives a shit. There you go. All right, sorry, continue.
So it's like, I'm gonna stop. But and then another thing is like a subliminal mind fuck. People are like, hey, this ain't really happening. This ain't going to keep me from living my lives. I am going to freaking spend money on my Jeep. And people are coming out of the woodwork and wanting to buy anything and do anything. And so it's very hard to just act as a business owner in the community because there is an effect that you have. And it's like you quarantine yourself and try to set a good example so this shit will get over and follow what our, government wants to do, because obviously they're not stupid. Do we all stay at home and quarantine ourselves, and everybody that's sick is going to expose themselves and then get them out of there? And then, like Travis said, we can wake up one day and then keep going. So my business is, I don't know, the phone's ringing, people are coming in, there's options to make money, but I don't know if I should, I don't know what I should do as, I really think.
Here's what you should do, right? People say with blood on the streets, scoop up the money. Keep going, man.
Well, I'm not motivated by money.
But you need it to survive, for the most part.
You've seen my house. Shit, I don't need shit.
I've seen your house now, too. Great. Just a small plug for ourselves. Kingdom Crawl Season 2. We're going to be off to a slow start. We'll figure it out, though. We're going to get through this coronavirus thing. I mean, as of right now, we do have a trip planned to Tennessee to hit up Windrock in late May, mid-May, whatever it is. But I'll tell you what, seeing some of the behind-the-scenes stuff already, you guys are going to love Season 2. If you guys like Season 1, Season 2 is going to be off the fucking hook. I'm not even going to lie. But anyway, yeah, I've seen your house, Diezel.
So it's as hard as me, though. So that's how my business is kind of being affected, because I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do, basically.
Well, I mean, at least so far in every state that's been shut down, in Diezel and Travis, you guys being in Tennessee, you guys are shut down tomorrow, right?
North Carolina,
Jesus. North Carolina shut down tomorrow? Is North Carolina shut down?
Yeah, so
5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, Mecklenburg County's been, our county actually, well, my county has been shut down for a week now. But it's not a stay-at-home order, so they're just trying to limit the amount of people out. There's nothing mandatory, which is nice. We'll see what happens.
So Colorado we went into our like stay at home or shelter in place or whatever on Monday or Tuesday this week. And I mean, there's less traffic, which is nice, but like, cause with my real job, I'm in the food and beverage industry. I work for Coors. So like what I do is considered essential, I guess. But, as far as like traffic seems a little bit less, but like life seems completely normal outside of that. I mean, I went to Chick-fil-A last night for dinner, spent $37 because I haven't been there in like a week and a half. But it just seems like the people that can stay home are staying home, which is a good thing. But yeah, I don't really know how much it's going to slow down a lot of the stuff there.
You know how it is when you buy like a white vehicle and every vehicle seems to be white from there on out.
Yeah.
Ever since this virus, there's a lot of damn old people. I notice old people all there. I'm like, what the hell are you doing out here?
Yeah, I called my dad yesterday because it was his birthday. So I FaceTimed him. And I'm like, hey, Pops, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just walking around Walmart right now. I'm like,
go home.
He's like, well, I'm just killing time, so I'm walking around Walmart. I'm like, go home.
Yeah. I'm playing Russian roulette with this freaking gun. All right, so like there's things that you could do in your business. Let's just say I come up with a great idea because I was thinking about this. I bring on another mechanic because people are out of work right now. And then I put out a feeling out there on Facebook, hey, Diezel Automotive, we are Stacked Off Road. We are going to open our doors to not just do Jeeps, but any safety vehicle or anybody that's part of a essential business, come in. We have a discounted rate, and we're going to help you to keep your vehicles going, to get back on the road. Boom. Diezel becomes the hero of our community. And then what if that happens? Woo, yeah, Diezel's doing what it takes. Great American. Somebody comes in that door, gets me sick. I freaking come in contact with my dad, and my dad goes into the hospital, and boom. That could happen.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
So
you don't put yourself around people that are susceptible to it.
How do you know? How do you know? I'm susceptible. We're all susceptible to it.
But to what degree? They already said that older people are more susceptible to it.
You're saying he
Well,
wants you
we
to stay
all
away
can
from
get
that.
sick. They're just susceptible to die.
That's
We can all get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
A
some
gas
people
pump.
react differently. Like I read an article that some people can get sick for just a day and they don't even realize they had it. And then other people, it could be you're sick for a week, and then other people are hospitalized. Like there's a article in USA Today that said only 15% of the people that get it are hospitalized. And of those 15%, only 1% are dying.
How the fuck do they even know that?
And the other article from USA Today was talking about how it's been here. China lied about the numbers, and that more people have gotten it here than we actually know, and that the curve is going nuts right now because they just started testing for it, right? But
exactly.
pneumonia numbers were up in December and January. Pneumonia numbers started going up in November, and that's one of the things that it causes is pneumonia. Like when in November, I got like super sick, more sick than I've ever been. I'd do 2 rounds of steroids and 3 rounds of antibiotics for some viral that they couldn't explain what it was. And it was a dry
I wonder,
cough.
if the biggest thing that makes me question everything in life, actually, and what we're told or what we're not told, as what are you doing, Travis?
It's not
I'm just
helping.
noticing.
Are you
if
using
my
us
beard
as a
wasn't-
mirror?
If my beard wasn't curly, it would probably be as long as yours. Like, look how far down it goes.
Yeah, it looks good, buddy.
This is riveting for everyone that's just listening and not doing the visual portion of this podcast.
And that same
Hey,
article,
let's have a contest, Trav. I don't think so, dude. You've been growing yours for like 4 years. I got like 7 months.
I know you have amazing beard growth skills.
This is September for me.
You guys should see his ass. It's way worse.
Come
Oh, yeah.
on.
We have some.
Go there.
Hold on. We have fucking seen Diesel's ass, and it is the most terrible thing in the world.
That would cure the coronavirus.
No,
Kingdom Crawl episode 9. Check it out. Towards the end,
No,
you'll see Diesel's
10.
ass.
So
10?
if you take like all the power, this is what probably affects me the most about it just affects me the most is you take all the power in our society, the money, the billionaires, all that stuff, and they're closed down. Sporting events, like everything, that is what makes it serious in my eyes.
Yeah,
I mean, if we stay home, we get quarantined, that's one thing. But the amount of money and the amount of everything with all the sporting events, that makes me sit back and be like, oh, shit. Like,
well, I don't think the NFL is going to skip a beat, man. They're going to do their draft a little bit different, but I bet you they're in the training camp in fucking June or July or whatever they start. I bet you they're going right away. So
well, that's like trying to
hopefully
say
this-
fucking 4th of July is never going to affect the come of Christmas.
Yeah, I'm hoping all this
It's
is done.
completely different parts of the year. I mean, NFL's way far away.
that's true.
I'm hoping all this is over with June 1 so we can start to recover and get back to our normal lives. But it's crazy, like, think about this really puts into perspective, like, how much we take for granted on a daily life. Like, and I'm not talking about going out and be free because you're under quarantine, but I'm talking about, like, all of us right now can't hang out at a bar and start a tab. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us can't, go relax at Jeep Beach, play golf, and do the things that we do. It's tough,
Like 7 days all year long, I look forward to hugging you guys in the desert.
Yeah, absolutely.
I dream about it throughout the year.
Well,
this.
Are you hugging us, or are you catching yourself from falling down?
A little bit of both. I'm a positive thinker.
So ever since I started Jeeping, I watch a lot of YouTube videos like Crawl 5280 stuff, and everyone makes great content. And I watch, so I have this bucket list like Hell's Gate. Like, it's a thing that everyone here has done it. I've always wanted to do it, and like Diezel's been hyping me up, and I've been super stoked. And
Hell's Gate always freaks me out, man. Every time I do it, it's
super stoked. Like I booked my flight, like everything was ready, and then boom, like this hit, and it was like last year I couldn't go, the year before I couldn't go. This year I finally got the green light, and it like deflates you, so it's tough.
Well,
it would have been fun.
I'll tell you, Hell's Gate's a walk in the park, but the escalator, I'm personally 0 for 3 on the escalator. I haven't gotten up that thing.
Yeah, I think.
Wait a minute. What do you do? You just kind of fall in the hole?
Yeah, so that second hump with the hole in it, I get fucking stuck in it, and I'm on my roof, man. Like, shit. I winch myself up to not fuck my Jeep up. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I can't get up that thing.
We'll do it this next time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Will said, dude, you can have the keys to the Artec Gladiator and drive up Hell's Gate in reverse. And I was like, I can't wait.
It scares the shit out of me, man. It scares the shit out of me every time. When we went there last year,
I'm not going to be scared. I'm definitely.
We went there last year with the Rock Krawler, and we had like a night run. We watched the sunset on the top of the overlook, and we're all sitting there. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so jacked up because I hate the Hell's Gate so much. Everybody's ready to go, and I just jumped in line and went and did it. And Adam, you were like, oh shit, Diezel's doing it already, and you had to run over to the exit, and I didn't stop at all. I went down, went up, and I'm like, oh, I'm finished. And I just sat there and watched everybody.
I think going down to Hell's Gate's scarier than going up it.
It is.
Not me.
Yeah.
I do hot laps on Hell's Gate. Just
yeah.
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
Not me, man. It's scary. I've done it maybe 15 times. It scares me every time. Well, I don't know why.
You should try it on. Maybe not you. Oh.
Hey!
Hey! Andrew Bailey in the house.
What's up, guys?
What's up,
bud?
This is like 1986 technology.
Yeah.
Speaking of 1986, what's with that painting behind you?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was hair. It's clouds.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know why Will's laughing, because his decor is like straight from Brady Bunch. Also, what's with that?
Will's struggling right now.
Hey, those are all the cellar doors in Napa Valley. Well, the ones that are left after the fire.
Hey.
Cellar doors.
All right.
Like a winery.
That means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing with that terrible internet?
That's you.
That's you.
I got that fiber. It can't be me.
Fiber optic. Yeah, it's totally
We're all
you.
smooth and you're laggy, so I don't know, man.
I swear this is the Brady Bunch. All we need is one more person.
Hey, there's Diezel. I didn't even know Diezel was here. What do you? Dude, the circle's like this, like the size of like a dime.
Yeah,
I've got Gabe in a little circle. Hey, if you look up, you're looking at Adam. Andrew.
Okay.
You look up, look straight up.
Oh God, we've done this already.
Oh, it's so much fun.
That's my eyes.
You're pointing at Travis. Will, you're pointing at Travis.
See how laggy Bailey is why he's good at games, probably like Call of Duty.
I'm horrible at those games. Hey, so I think the zombie, like, this is how the zombie apocalypse starts, kind of. Having like nightmares about the coronavirus turning into the zombie apocalypse.
My girlfriend was texting me. I was like, I'm so scared that I came over to see you. I'm like, I don't got it.
Hey, wouldn't it be cool if I could just like hand this to somebody and they grabbed it?
Through the screen, like.
You might not get it
Kentucky's
back.
All right, so
Hey, Mr. Bailey, what's your take on the coronavirus?
As in what way, Diezel? Like, what do you just explain to me what you're wanting to know? Like,
Oh, just if you had freedom to speak your mind.
Corona, man. It sucks. I think so. I know it's real. Obviously, it's not something somebody's made up. Like Joe Diffie died today. That sucks.
Did he really?
Yeah, he died today. Yeah. And like John Prine, he is in critical condition right now. So I mean, it's affecting people that like I've met in my life, you know, and like we've been part of my life. Someone in my wife's real estate office has it. You know, there's just a few people that like, you know, somebody or you know someone that has it. So it hasn't affected me. Like, I mean, I work from home for the most part. You know, we've got like the guys in the shop. I mean, they all isolate all day long anyway, so I'm not really worried about those guys. But yeah, it's real. I mean, you know, it's not affected my business as of this point, but I mean, I do foresee that happening. I know we all, like, you know, Travis and you, Will, I mean, you know, and you, Diezel. I mean, obviously you guys all work in an industry where you guys see what we see. I mean, you know, you've probably had sales calls and stuff the last week that have been unusual and uncomfortable. And, you know, it's crazy, to be honest with you. I hope we can figure out something and get back to business, though. I mean, this is crazy. So I don't know. That's my take, man. It's deadly. It sucks. I think a lot of us had it after SEMA. I really truthfully believe that. But
I mean,
yeah,
dude,
Will, we know you had it.
Listen, there's reports that say it was in China as early as August, September. And think how many Chinese people come to SEMA and everybody that got sick after, right?
yeah.
Oh, no. I agree,
look,
bro.
Corey and Jesse, man. I mean, like, they're in the hospital after they left us. I mean, Troy, I mean, he was really sick. He came and stayed in that house with all those people. Anybody that stopped by that house got, like, super sick thereafter. Marvin and I were, like, deathly ill for a hot minute, dude. It was bad. Like, I thought I had a wicked case of the flu. I mean, I'm taking elderberry and, like, the stuff
Did
you're coughing
you get tested for the flu?
No.
Did you have a stomachache?
I did, and it didn't show up positive. It was a viral disease that, like, they couldn't explain. They're like, here's 2 rounds of steroids. And
Yeah, I didn't even actually get anything. My doctor said, I've seen a lot of this going around, and steroids won't help you. He said,
so you guys are saying for the first time in SEMA's history, we actually copied China?
No, China infiltrated us is what happened, man.
All those
Wait, you know what's crazy?
Parts.
If you want to think really deep about this, you know that saying where like people say like one person could change the world? This all came from one person, an animal that contracted it went to one person, and he spread this to everybody.
And if you go by like 6 degrees of separation, the disease would spread way faster than what they're saying it's going, right? Which means
wasn't that how polio started too? Got spread?
What's that?
Wasn't that how polio got spread rapidly? Also was from monkeys?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think you must have watched Outbreak on Netflix recently.
No. There was something that was out there, and I can't. Maybe it wasn't polio. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But there was something that started from monkeys. Maybe it was AIDS. I can't remember.
Polio was spread by
AIDS
Marcus.
was monkeys. So.
By what?
I think end of the day.
Diezel? Oh God.
End of the day, this whole quarantine thing for people who aren't at risk is just a waste of time and killing our economy. It's not going to flatten.
Everyone's at risk. At
risk of death.
Everyone's at risk.
Or high risk.
No, but I don't want to. Hey, you can gamble with your own life, but don't gamble with somebody else's life. You can get it and then transform it to another person, and then therefore you could be responsible for.
Are people with heart disease, diabetes, or lung problems?
Cancer,
They need to go already. Like you're just going to clear them out.
No.
What's this clear those boys out?
You're not listening. I'm saying the people who are high risk need to stay home and not go out and quarantine.
Well, it will never end. Like I think the whole thinking of the thing is
it will end. Like if I got it, Travis got it, Andrew got it. We now have antibodies against it, and it's not going to.
And we won't catch it again. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
You guys are wrong. Actually, a couple of cases in China. That there's like a tour boat, like someone did like tour boats or something. They or tour bus maybe. It was tour boats or tour bus. They've got. No. Like this wasn't a cruise ship or anything. It's like they did like a little boat tour. They're a guide. They've caught it twice. There's a couple of other cases where people have actually caught it multiple times. So, and the main problem is, I see your point, Travis, a lot. The biggest problem is like, especially with people who are younger these days, have you noticed how many people's kids have like allergies or asthma or things of that nature? So all those people are considered very high risk. Like they might not recover.
But asthma's not considered high risk.
I thought asthma was considered high risk.
Well, it's a respiratory disease. How could it not be?
It is, but like I read an article on it, and I called my doctor, and my doctor's like, there's been studies in China and stuff that people with asthma that have gotten it, it doesn't have any worse effect.
I just think the tough thing about it, and I might be saying this wrong, but if we all quarantine, and then in 6 weeks we're all released from quarantine, it's just going to restart the process over again, right? And what I've been watching and learning is they're trying to develop an antibody test to see if you've already had COVID-19, which would be a blood test, and it would tell you if you've already had it, if your body has seen it before. So they're trying to do that, obviously, for a reason, to see if it's spread around. But I think if we all stick inside for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then we're all released, it's just going to start this whole process over again.
Well, I think the quarantine is supposed to let you know as an individual if you have it or not. So if you don't have it and you're in quarantine, you don't have it, and it starts to get better, at least you're going to be able to protect yourself and do all the stuff with hand sanitizer and all that, and you don't have it. I think the time of quarantine has to do with the time that an individual can harbor it inside themselves.
The quarantine is so hospitals don't get overloaded with like in Italy, where they can't take in all the patients at one time. It's supposed to slowly trickle people to be exposed. So, if you have 100 people in a room, all 100 people can't catch it at once. It needs to be like 3 people at a time, so the hospitals can keep up with the volume of people that are rushed to the hospital.
I wonder why I never know what's going on. I always create my own image of what's going on.
A lot of people are freaking out too. Like they'll be like, my doctor's like, don't go near any testing sites, don't go to hospitals, because you could get it easier going that way. Like if you think you have it, come get tested.
If you're allergic to bees, you don't go to a fucking beehive.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But people are freaking out that they have it, and then going to the hospital and overloading the hospital. When the hospital like, hey, just go home. You have it, but your symptoms aren't like life-threatening. Go home and wait it out.
It's like these shit stains that all went and bought like 4,000 rolls of toilet paper.
I don't understand that.
Because people thought that they were going to be stuck in their house.
Out and bought all the toilet paper. Just like people have more cleaning supplies than they could ever possibly have in their entire. They'll be cleaning for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Hey, Travis, on your stock market, when you go to invest, when it starts coming back up, do not pick cleaning supplies because when it's all done, they ain't gonna sell shit for a year.
Yeah.
Did you say cleaning surprise?
Yeah.
Yeah, cleaning supplies.
Dude, so
Damn
like,
you, Gabe.
On the note,
Gabe says nothing until I fuck up and he chimes up.
I'm killing it on Zoom. Like the Zoom video chat, that company, they're demolishing the stock market right now.
Well, that's
really.
This is the only way people can communicate now, right? But
if we don't pay for it, so how can they be killing it? Like, who's paying for this right now?
Version of teleconferencing software actually costs money, Diesel. Like, they don't use the stuff that looks like 1980, like what we're in right now. So,
I have Zoom. I could have signed us. I could have got us all on Zoom.
The only thing that's 1980 is your painting behind you.
Painting. I'll hang a banner for next time, guys, where everybody can be happy with the HP banner back there.
But what's not 1980 is our sponsors. We do have to take a quick break for our sponsors. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Rock Krawler Suspension, HP Tuners, Smokin' Dave's Barbecue, Outlaw Off-Road, and High Beam Off-Road as well. So thank you guys so much for the support. And I hope you guys check those companies out because that's the companies we use. Anyway, back to cleaning supplies and Zoom and whatnot.
So I got on Amazon and I'm like, I want to order some hand sanitizer because, you know, there's some liquor companies, alcohol companies that are like starting to make hand sanitizer and you can't buy it. Like you go try to order it and it's 3 weeks out.
I'll bring you some.
Oh, you have a bunch?
Yeah, I have a Staples business account, and they are like limiting to businesses, so I can get you.
Oh, that would be awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because this is all I have left. Like I'm really rationing here.
Hey, let's
Is that KY or is that hand sanitizer?
That's watered down.
KY, that's not sanitizer.
Exactly, Will.
No wonder why he's worried he's going to get sick.
Hey, that thing is sick.
His hand sanitizer tastes like strawberry.
No, it tastes like a banana, Gabe.
Hey, look, Travis is in his boxers.
Yeah, are you straight in your boxes?
Yeah, my dog. I ran out of peanut butter, so I'm just.
Oh.
Oh wow.
That's the hornavirus.
The worst part about having a baby.
Hey, so it's gonna get worse too, you guys. I think it's all gonna get worse. Like this is like hypothetical, but I think it's close. Like you have a lot of people in America that don't have a lot of money to begin with, and now they don't have jobs. They're not very smart. They're going to have to feed their kids. Like, even though food's available, they have no money. Like,
I'm not worried about the virus.
What's scary is what in economics you have. It's a trickle effect. So right now, people are still spending money because they have it. A lot of people are losing their jobs. So in the next few weeks, what I'm really worried about is a lot of the clients, like my business on the side of Rock Krawler, my business, we handle a lot of small businesses. I'm worried in the next few weeks, a lot of these small businesses are going to start shutting down because they can't pay their bills, because people are going to stop, like servers and bartenders at restaurants, they're going to stop going out and spending money. So like, you know, one of my small businesses is a really big soccer club that does everything from 4-year-old kids to a professional soccer team, right? Like a lot of these kids are going to stop playing soccer because that's an expense they don't have. So we're not going to see really how bad this is going to be, at least for a few months. And that's what's freaking me out. I'm not worried about the immediate. I'm worried about 6 months.
Summertime's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Show season, like people might be spending money now, but I'm afraid during the show season, a lot of these customers that come up to me, they might not have that extra income that want to even go to a show or buy parts for their Jeep.
What about the guy that can't feed his family and he starts like crime, like shooting another human being because he can't feed his family? Like, that's what
I'll shoot him. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry if you're talking about the Boogaloo.
Yeah.
I got Travis, that gun you gave me, it's here at the shop, loaded.
Oh, nice, dude. Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's say 2 weeks. Like, these guys aren't working. They have no money for food. They have kids. I have a Jeep shop with these very beautiful Jeeps. We have a bunch of Jeeps outside. Somebody comes in here.
Boy, here he comes.
I have a gun in every room of my house. This is an AK-47 here.
Here you go.
And this is how this video gets cut off of YouTube. Right here.
It might not help because he looks like a terrorist.
Damn, you're not playing, Gabe.
Those are only 10-round magazines, right, fellas?
Gabe,
wait, there's more.
Oh, don't make me open my closet up.
Yeah, don't make me walk in the other room.
Oh, God. We don't want no gay skeletons to fall out.
Speaking of dead boyfriends, Will, how's your girlfriend?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hey, she's
I needed to hear this.
No, listen, while we've been talking about it, she's been texting because she's been freaking out about the virus.
Hey, I'm going to text her right now.
Do it.
Hey, tell her that the only cure is semen.
And not the baby.
So, what's the story?
Yeah, what's the story? Yeah.
Oh, she's freaking out about the virus.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
she came over last night, and she's like, I'm freaking out now. Like, we probably shouldn't have seen each other. I'm like, I ain't worried about getting the virus. We're good. We were careful. We didn't touch anything in the grocery store. See if she replies to Travis right now.
So, did you guys
Wait
have
a minute.
sex?
Wait a minute. You're getting broken up with, bro.
Wait. Did you guys have sex?
Well, she's not even my girlfriend. Like, Travis knows she's not my girlfriend.
You can't break up with me because you're not my girlfriend. But come over, please.
Did you guys have sex?
Last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you use the condom?
So she's not worried about that part of it getting sick from you, but going to the store, she's got a problem.
She's worried that we're gonna get each other sick. Like I could have been contaminated or she could have been but I don't go anywhere. Like, I go to the store and work, and that's it. And like, I'm office of 2, that's it.
She cheated on you. That's what the deal is.
We know you didn't go to Pier 1 Imports for all that. What's on that wall? How old is that mirror?
What? Oh, that? Oh, I'm pretty old.
You hang your keys on that thing?
Yeah.
When you grab your keys, do you like put your hat on and like make sure you got enough hair coming out the front?
Oh yeah. That's
God.
Are you wearing jorts right now?
Well, look, it's just empty house.
Holy cow! Look at that place.
Damn,
He's got buttons on the chair.
How'd you get fucked and get a non-fitted Rev Kit hat?
Oh, me? Oh, they don't like me.
Well, I'm gonna jump off and
I was gonna stay with them in Moab.
Well, Dan lives like a block and a half from me, so I see his ass every day.
Nice. I like the Kit boys. They're good dudes.
Yeah, they're all right.
I'm gonna jump off here and take care of my kiddos.
All right, Travis. Thanks,
Travis.
It was great.
Love you, buddy.
See you guys. Love you guys. See ya.
Good night.
Still there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Go in there.
Travis, you got to X out, buddy.
There we
You
go.
right then.
What's up with this? Diezel, why are you still a small circle?
Because your internet sucks.
You're small.
Yeah, I do got to think as internet sex, 'cause everybody else is flowing. Like I can see you moving and facial expressions. Mr. Bailey, you're like a slideshow.
Yeah. I think it's your computer, not your internet.
Hold tight. I have a solution for that, Gabe.
Uh-oh.
Maybe.
Now we're in trouble. Now he's going to be disconnected.
Probably. You might have to find me again.
But no, my business is weird. Like, who knows what to do? Because I believe as a business owner, you're kind of impactful with a lot of the society. Society. So, like, what's the right answer?
Yeah, so I mean, I could tell you, Diezel, at least what my old boss is doing, because as you know, I was in the automotive industry for a while before I went to Coors, and like my old boss now is like, he's not doing any face-to-face interaction anymore. So, like, it's all pay over the phone, or if you're like paying cash, you drop the cash in the key box or whatever. But what he's doing is he's going to customers' houses now and picking up their cars from their house. And he's going with fucking Lysol wipes in the whole yard to try to protect himself. Bye, Andrew. Oh,
hey, have you guys ever second guessed cash when somebody hands you cash? That's
all the time, man. Cash is dirty.
Dirty. There's poop. I think there's you said like 1% of people are going to die from this. Like, there's a 10%. No, there's a 100% chance.
Only 1% of the people that get it die from it. No,
we're all going to get it.
Population.
But we're all going to get it, man.
We're all at it.
But 100% of the money in the world has poop on it.
And boob sweat.
Well, boob sweat, butt sweat, boob sweat, booty sweat.
Christ.
What's going on?
Is that you, Bailey?
That was me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your internet seems to be working really well now.
Yeah, good job. Everything behind you is
Not that his screen's frozen.
Yeah, how do you screenshot that?
Hold on. I hope it doesn't go away.
Oh my God, that's so perfect. How is he in such high definition? He almost looks like the Scarecrow off of Wizard of Oz.
Hey. Wah, wah, wah.
Just blurry.
Stupid.
That fiber's working well for you, man.
Guess today everybody's playing on Pornhub or something.
That, Andrew?
That's a good picture.
That's terrible.
That's your dumb face frozen.
That's nice. So 3 weeks, this shit goes crazy. We're gonna have starving people with screaming kids want to feed. How are they gonna get food?
Well, I think food is a thing that's not going to be a problem. To be honest,
you have money.
Well, yeah, I guess if you have money, if you're working.
Oh, they got programs like WIC and all this other stuff. People will eat.
Yeah,
I think the bigger problem is toilet paper.
The military has tons of food to airdrop and all that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a video game. That parachute's going to come down the food, and it's going to be like a fucking mob, a flash mob. The people are going to be running at that box of ammo and spoons.
You know what I worry more about is the kids whose home life is better at school than it is at home, and now they're trapped at home with shitty parents.
Oh, God.
I didn't think about that. Now you're bumming me out.
I mean, there's a good, and I don't know the percentage, but like, there's a good percentage of kids that like they get their meals at school. Like that's how they, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. My wife.
A lot of places are still doing that, Adam. Or at least here, they are in our state. So they're allowing them to have if you're normally a school lunch kid, you can actually go to the school or like a community center. Certain churches and things are all kind of offering that plan for people where nobody goes hungry. People have like really stepped up to the plate here. We have a little bit different sense of the way things
stepped up to the plate. I see what you did there. Plate of food.
Little plate of food. They're not hungry, Diezel.
Step up to the plate.
Plizate. All right, I'm going to try this again one more time, guys. Sorry.
What are you going to
do? Crash our call. Oh, never mind. Bye, Andrew. It was nice having you on today.
Hey, Will, that's a good call, though. Like, you know, the whole kid situation, like,
or spouses are trapped with their abusive husbands now, you know, all that stuff where it's like they go to work, they're free from it, but now they're trapped at home with them, you know, or the kids are. It's just,
you know, somebody said something and the whole world made fun of it, but I totally agree with, like, Hillary Clinton said something about it takes a village to raise kids. That has so much truth to everything. Like what you just said, it's like our school system has so much to do with raising our kids. And because I know more bad parents than I know good parents. Oh shit, what's going on now? Ah, there you are.
God, I hate this thing so much. It's not working. Okay, so I give up.
It might be because you have the blur on.
No, the other camera's not working on the other computer. It just hates life or something. It just had a failure.
Was that your dial-up firing up again?
Yep.
Yeah, I got fiber optics, guys. Catch up with me.
I don't even know what fiber optics is, except for like it puts lights. Remember those
Oh yeah,
lights.
Yeah, you know what he's talking about too. Don't lie, old ass motherfucker over there in the corner.
Like
you know the little
they were like blue
colors. You know your parents had one in the living room. Fiber optic lights.
I loved it. You used to stare at them.
Yeah, my whole fiber optic experience is working on BMWs, which if any of you guys have ever fucked with BMWs, they suck dick. So sorry, Andrew, your internet sucks dick.
Hey, wait a minute. BMW sucks dick. I'm going to get me one of those.
God.
Hey, Diezel, talk about that Brad's Wayward Women.
Oh, man, that's always an ongoing thing. So
hey, I only have one question, Diezel. How many of them do you bang?
Okay, so there was one point in time where he used to shoot a calendar, right? For a pretty gnarly situation, all these chicks. There was one point in time I banged 11 of the 12 girls on the calendar. And it was almost like a thing, like, because, you know, me and Brad, you guys, Gabe, you've seen how, he's my freaking brother, man. Like, we've been friends for many, many, many years. And so I was always there all the time. So it almost turned out to be when the new model would come in, I was kind of her boyfriend. Like it just kind of was almost that easy. I didn't even have to do anything.
That is awesome.
So you're a one short of a good year.
One short. I always come up short.
Lord knows that's true. That's true.
But no, it wasn't like a disrespectful thing. It was really a lot of fun. Like we all had those years in our lives. I know Mr. Bailey didn't have any fun like that, but
no.
But we all had those years in our lives where we were winning for sure. Now I just want to hug my friends. Like I want to hug you guys, and we can't. This thing sucks.
Corona strikes again, dude. It's pretty shady. It honestly is. It's changed everything for everybody, honestly. It really has. So
well, my grandmother-in-law recently passed away, and we sent my mother-in-law back to New York a handful of weeks ago, and like now, like my wife and I, we're telling her to stay, and it's not that like I'm not scared of coronavirus or anything like that. I do think it's a serious issue, but like she's in the epicenter of what's going on in America, being in New York City right now, because like you were saying, Diezel, she's in the South Bronx right now. Like that's where she's at. You know, we're
It's like a war zone.
Whoa. Yeah, she's in a fucking war zone. So we're telling her like stay as long as you can, and B, when you come back, like we're quarantining her for 14 days. Like we're gonna make her take an Uber from the airport, and her car is sitting outside of my house right now. Like we're not even gonna go pick her up. Like it's a shitty thing. I'll pay for the Uber. That's no big deal. But like she's not gonna be around us or Sean, you know, our 2-year-old son. You know, like she's gotta do her own thing. But yeah, I mean, I think it's super serious. But at the same time, like I'm not gonna let it affect my life where it affects my family life or my Crawl 5280 or what I do for tours. Like it's not going to affect that.
Hey, if you have, let's just say you have the virus, but it's within the days that you don't show any signs, right? Do you have to show signs to actually transfer it to another person?
No. There's a lady that was in China. She went to like 5 of her family members' houses. She even tested negative, and she actually infected all 5 of her different families, like entire families she had been in contact with.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's when shit gets real.
Like it's real, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna stress about it or like freak out like or it's like it doesn't do anything to you to stress, you know?
There's no point.
You gotta take care of yourself. That's all.
It's like there's no point of hoarding toilet paper. No point at all.
Yeah. If I was to make a list of 10 things, I would bet everything if the 5 of us made a list of survival items and it was 20 items, toilet paper would not be on it.
No.
How is toilet paper thing?
That's the problem, man. That's the issue at hand. And people are choosing items that, you know, like everybody needs toilet paper, but you don't need 350 rolls. I mean, there are people literally going to the grocery store like when all this was going down and their entire cart was just toilet paper. Like that's crazy. You don't need that. There's no way you need that.
So in one of the articles I read, they said the best thing you can do is boost your immune system. You know what I saw when I went to the store today? All the vegetables were full. Nobody's eating vegetables. Nobody's doing it. It's like
we've had no problem getting vegetables, and you know, like, but you go look at like Tylenol and stuff like that. It's non-existent,
right? Like that's not going to get rid of
like Fed, all that stuff. It's all gone. Every bit of crazy, insane.
And it's not even going to help you if you have the virus. So
no, not at all. And people believe that shit, and they go and buy the stuff, and it's not going to help them even a little bit. They're going to be in worse shape.
Well, they were just saying, I don't know what pain, and you know what's driven by a subliminal commercial. You know, like the whole TP thing. Is that like the new way of advertising? You know, like our Jeep industry. People get paid to invade Jeep forums to sell their product, not to help people figure out what they want or don't want. Like there's people that invade. So like this whole coronavirus, I'm looking at I'm listening to a doctor talking, looked very professional, looked very believable. I believed everything she was saying because I'm not a doctor. And she was saying that ibuprofen actually will increase. It actually helps the virus and all this ibuprofen and this, but Tylenol is what you want to buy. Is that a fucking Tylenol ad?
No, what that is so like Aleve and stuff. It allows like
Aleve. That was the other one.
Yep. So it allow it like NSAIDs or whatever. Like they allow a cell. It allows us it to attach to the cell. Like so, the virus can attach. It can easily attach, I guess, so to say. Which is far worse. I mean, your body can fight it off. It opens that cell where like the coronavirus can go in and attack it. Actually, it's kind of crazy. So
fucking
that's
crazy.
real.
Did you get a radiative diagram? That's what I saw.
Yeah. So if you take a leave, the virus will fuck you.
Yes. Leave, Motrin, anything like that will fuck your life. Yes.
Yeah, I saw that too. It's just Tylenol and acetaminophen or whatever the fuck it's called. That's in like
acetaminophen.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not even gonna try.
Acetaminophen. Yes.
We already know Diezel can't say superbolous, so.
Yeah, of course I can.
I take the leave all the time, so if I get it, I'm screwed.
Oh, yeah. Stop taking a leave. Gabe, I know you just ate some food, but like, how's your work affected? Like, what's happening with your job?
Say it again?
I said, what's happening with your job?
It's business as usual. I'm in the health industry, so.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, has it affected you in any way, form or fashion at all?
Everyone's working from home now. That's the only big deal. But yeah, for a week we had a shortage on VPN licenses. Other than that, it's literally been business as usual. I think we've actually had a small uptick in recent claims, but yeah, not too much change at all.
Hey, here's one for you, Gabe. Let's just say all of our old people die. Hey, what are these insurance companies going to do? You got to pay out these insurance claims.
Hey, if they all die, that means we're all getting Social Security.
Well, and if
There's no money.
if they're all old and they all die, we automatically become all old.
Yeah, exactly, right?
That's okay though, because then we start reaping the benefits sooner.
Does that mean
the Grim Reaper?
Do we get to go grocery shopping earlier? Because now we're the old class.
No. And the other problem is
we get to order off a different menu.
We get our AARP card sooner.
Hey, think about it. Like all the life insurance policies. If they have an overload of these people dying and these insurance have to pay out these hundreds of thousands, $1 million life insurance policies, where's all that money going to come from?
That's all government backed, and your life insurance policy is paid for by you. Like you pay into your life insurance. It's just a fucking savings account is all it is.
It's true. Like I have life insurance, and like when I turn 50, all that money I paid, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Shit starts over again. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but the money gets spent paying for people's yachts and employees. Like if they have to pay out all these life insurance things, I guarantee you they don't have the money to do it. You really think they have that money sitting there?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Really?
They have. It's like triple backed or something. I asked this question one time to someone that was like far smarter than me, and they were like, "Yeah, like it's 3 times backed. So you can't. It's insured on top of insured on top of insured. So it's not theoretically possible that it could ever go bankrupt."
Huh.
Now we could go bankrupt. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, these $1,200 checks people need." It's like it's for your rent. It's like that's to stimulate the economy. And people are like, "Well, what are we going to do?" I'm like, "Do you have savings? Have you ever put money back?" It's not the government's job to be your daddy. So, we're fucked. And I know certain people live paycheck to paycheck and have hard times. Don't get me wrong. Like I've been there. Trust me, I have. But it's your fucking job to put some money away. It's like, this fucking this $8 Starbucks, or these fucking new Jordans, or I want this new shirt, or fucking sunglasses, or a new car, or something. Like it's not my fucking problem at this point now. Like, so it's my fucking problem or the government's fucking problem? Like that's an issue to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That struck a nerve with certain people. I mean, especially folks that are really liberal. But, it's like, I don't want the government to take care of me. It's not their fucking job. And that means they're going to get into my life a lot more than I want. I'm cool with that. I'm good.
Yeah, believe me, being disabled and they canceled me, I don't trust the government whatsoever when it fucking comes with money.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's fine. Take away the government money. Hey, don't deem me 100% not disabled because you just fucked me. I can't get insurance now because I'm disabled. I go to get insurance. The premiums are so fucked up because I can't pass a physical. I have no response. If you hit me in the knee with a hammer, I don't kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot get insurance. Take my money. Don't give me any money, but don't make it me 100% not disabled because then I can't physically pass a physical. Bastards.
Well, that's
bastards.
that's the whole thing of it, right? Like, coming from a very right-sided mindset. Bye, Will. He froze like 5 minutes ago. Hopefully he comes back. But
he smiles so much, I just thought he was smiling.
I didn't know he was frozen.
But like that, coming from like a fairly right-sided mind or very right-sided mind, like that's always the way I thought about it. It's like, I don't know, like Erica and I are not rich by any stretch of the imagination, and it wouldn't take us long to be hurt financially, guys. But A, we're not going to get the $1,200 because we don't meet the financial guidelines, and then B, like the $1,200. Are you taking a piss, Diezel?
I think it depends.
What? I had to go.
Yep. YouTube's kicking this for fucking sure. Yep.
Yeah. Monetized? Don't think so. But like, yeah, man. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't need the $1,200 to pay rent. I don't need the $1,200 to buy groceries. Like, I don't need to pay $1,200 to pay for my daycare. Like, I just don't need it. You know what I mean? So like, we're not going to get it anyway. But like, I don't understand, because the problem is people are going to use it to pay their rent, or people are going to use it to go buy liquor or whatever. And it's not going to stimulate the economy the way they think it's going to stimulate the economy. So I don't know. I'm against it.
Well, how do you stimulate the economy by recycling shit? Like, the only way to stimulate the economy is when this is all over, people getting 2 fucking jobs and working, fucking making money and spending money that way. Like, everything's got to come from somewhere, you know? Like, it's not free money. That's like, you have a honey pot. You drain your honey pot, it's got to be filled back up. Like, how do you stimulate anything that way? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an economist by any stretch of the imagination, but I have a pretty good idea of how they're gonna get their $1,200 per person back somehow.
Oh yeah, for sure. The even more sad part of it is it's like, if you look at stimulus and how much it is, it should actually be like $18,000 per person, but they're only giving you $1,200 out of it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's really a bailout. It's a bailout for a lot of companies. It's hush money for a bailout. You're giving Americans hush money so they can bail out companies. Oh, I'm getting $1,200 back, so I'm not going to pay attention to the companies you're bailing out with our money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just pay my taxes every year and go about my business. I don't try to think too much into it, because if you think too much into it, it's sad. It's depressing. But I don't understand, like, how people think this $1,200 is 100% free and how they're not going to get charged for that $1,200 later. And they're gonna, and it's probably going to be, they're going to give us $1,200 now and ask for $2,400 back later.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you're saying is exactly like the like all of us working in the Jeep industry, and I have somebody that comes off the street, right? And they're like, hey man, Will, you probably get it the word. Hey, give me, these free parts and stuff, and like, nothing's free. Like, even if you help somebody out with a part, or like Crawl 5280 or HP Tuner gives something it's not free. Everything has to come around. Like somebody has to pay for everything.
That's right. Somebody paid for that. Whether
Everybody
it's cost
has to pay.
Well, Diezel, you and I had to talk. Me and you had to talk about it when you were at my house a couple months ago. That like instead of giving somebody a hat, you'd rather give them $10 because it costs you less to give them $10 than it does for you to give them a hat.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, we're all willing to help each other out and you know, and do what's necessary there. But I mean, I don't know if I was in a position where I owned a off-road company or a whatever, you know, if somebody was like, hey, can I have a free hat? You know, I look at that hat like, all right, well, that hat cost me $10. I sell it for 20. I give you this hat for free. It's going to cost me $10 to put it back. And that's why I sell them for 20 so that I can restock my supply. So now I got to pocket $20 for the $10 hat that I just gave you. So I might as well just give you $10.
Yeah. As a business owner, like if I have somebody comes in, it's like, hey, can we add an oil? Just add an oil change to that. And you know what? I'm spending $300, so just throw in an oil change for me. It's like $20 worth of parts. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then like you do it so much, you're like, God, I can't. I'm like, it's just an oil change, but like you look at it as $20. And so now that's the $20 you're not getting. You're not getting that $20, and you have to pay out that $20. So you're not giving them an oil change. You're actually losing double that oil change. Yeah. Like it's double. As a business person, you're not losing 20, you're losing 40.
Right.
If Rock Krawler wants to
oil for $20 in a filter these days, unless it's like the most shitbox filter ever. Like I'm not seeing that anywhere. So even with a commercial account.
Yeah. Well, $20 was a lot easier for a guy like me to double than it was $34.65.
And that's why I love you, Diezel. That's why I love you.
But that's what it is. Like, so, you know, if Rock Krawler gives a $3,000 lift kit away, not only did they have to pay for what that lift kit is, but they didn't earn the money for that lift kit. So that's $6,000 instantly. When you sponsor somebody or you know, help out or, you know, advertise with somebody, it doubles. You want to get, if you give something that's worth $500, you need $1,000 worth of
return
from that person. Cause that's what you lose. So nothing's free. That money that the government's giving out, it's got to be paid back to double.
Yeah, easily, and especially as fast as the, you know, our national debt's going up. Like that's the scary part. You know, what do you do about that? At some point, what do you tell everybody? Just fuck off. I'm not paying you. Like, I mean, we owe China, we owe all these countries, and all these people owe us money. Nobody ever pays any of that. The debt just goes up and up and up. Like, who the fuck has a load that, like, okay, so let's just say.
Who the fuck do we look up to? Who should we look up to?
True. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
So do you think I could call my bank and be like, hey, I'm going to quit paying my car payment because we're not paying our national debt back. So I'm just kind of following our government at this point in time.
Yeah.
No, you just do it shady. You just do it shady like. You call in sick. You call in sick. That's what you do.
On your car payment? I'm sick, so I pay my car payment.
That would be super sick.
You could probably do it now. You'd be like, hey, man, I got the coronavirus. I'm out of work. So, yeah, I'm not making any money.
You know how many people are actually probably doing what you just said, Adam?
Oh, yeah, probably a ton of people.
You know how many people?
Oh, scamming, yeah.
I have a temperature. Well, don't come in, and they're getting paid because the world's trying to hold together. See, man, that whole
a lot of. So like my credit union sent me an email saying, "Hey, will defer 3 payments for this time. So, like on the Forerunner, they just automatically said you don't pay. We're changing the loan extra month. So the next 3 months you don't have to pay your auto payment, but it's just getting tacked on to the end of the loan.
Well, see, and it's
So
like
a lot of
with the guy, like, so it works since we're essential. With work, like I called it, like, there's 5 guys that are now taking a month off because that's what work's allowing us, paid at 60% of our pay. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. Like now, like, not that I wish ill upon anybody, but like now I hope these guys come back and they get fucking sick and they can't do a fucking thing about it besides come to work every day. Not that I want to get sick, but because it's like, you guys fuck the system anyway. But like, yeah, dude, there's all sorts of people playing every kind of card that they can get right now.
Oh yeah, lazy motherfuckers and scam artists, man, all day long. Exactly. You know, and everybody's got the emails from your bank. You know, hey, if you can't pay your mortgage, you know, call us. We'll do anything we can help. Or your credit card company. You know, everybody's doing that shit. They're like, oh fuck, I can get some time off. Dumbass, you're gonna have to pay later on, and they're gonna charge you interest every month. They got to. So you're not doing anybody any favors, and you're just fucking the whole system for everybody. It's crazy.
Sure. Absolutely.
Don't get any ideas, Diezel.
Well, that's the crazy thing is I don't really get any ideas. I just open my mouth and shit comes out, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of cool.
Hey, Diezel, tell me what all you're doing in the back of your Jeep.
Oh, well, I'll just, do you want to go see?
Yeah, I'd love to. I saw the photo, you know, you posted, I guess, a week or 2 ago, but I haven't seen anything else, and I haven't really got to talk to you. I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, actually, life just got crazy there. Like, yeah, it just got super crazy the last couple, you know, months for sure.
Yep.
Like, so, obviously, like, the Curry situation's pretty bitchin', you know? Yeah. And then, oh, hey, so, Will, check this out. Stacked off road. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty cool, really.
What is that? I couldn't see what that was.
He took the Artec skid and cut the gas tank skid of it off, and then built a bracket. Built a bracket basically, so it'll be solid on that gas tank side.
So this is going to be the spare tire.
Okay.
And then these little buckles here and here. And there. That's going to be the strap to hold it down. I got the stock fuel pump, you know.
Is that just a Jazz cell?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a nicer Jazz, but it was a nice.
Yeah. No, they're great.
So, and then we just got to do tin work. So the battery, there's a battery box. You know, we'll get that all covered in. The S-Pod is back here now. It's kind of cool. So roll cage looks good.
What are you doing the suspension, Diezel?
Well, I'm doing the best suspension possible with coil springs and the 2.65 RD shock from Rock Krawler. Long arm.
Okay.
Curry Rock Jock 70. Rock Jock 60 front end.
Nice.
I'm not a big fan, man. I don't know those coilovers. I think it's a waste of time and money, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't see no use in it.
Dig it.
What's that?
I said I dig it.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good, man. It's pretty sick.
Well, I guess
There you are.
wrap
Where'd you
it
go,
up.
Will?
I'm back.
You came back right when we were wrapping it up.
Oh, dang. Sorry.
It's all good. But thanks for joining us, Diezel and Travis and Will and Andrew and who else? Who else? That was it, right?
That's it,
Adam,
yeah. Well, I'm always here.
Gabe.
Oh, shout out to Matt Loxley for saying that he was going to join us and then going and taking his dogs for a walk.
Ghosted.
Oh,
Hey, but you know
man,
what?
I'm so much crap right now.
Yeah, his dogs had to go for a walk, he said.
No, dude, this is what it is. Caitlin grabbed the ear and pulled, and that's what happened. I'm just going to be honest.
Well, yeah. Have you seen Matt Loxley? Anybody that dates him, he's got to be super pumped.
He's married, man. It's ridiculous. He's like the
How do you
luckiest.
find somebody to marry him, man?
I don't know, man. He must have had a really good con game.
He's like scratching a lottery ticket and won.
I know, dude. She's great too, man. Cool chick, actually.
Yeah, she's super nice.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
Maybe
with Matt, who would do that?
you would say it's a perfect match.
Oh, God.
Was that bad?
all right, guys. Oh, we love you. Thank you so much
you guys.
for us tonight.
Y'all stay safe. All right, it was good chatting with you guys. Thank you.
Wash your hands, world.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hey, guys.
See ya.
See ya. Love you guys.
Take it easy.
Bye.